Hey, Builder, and welcome to Creator Foundations. I'm so glad you're here because this is where everything finally starts to make some sense, right? Think of this mini course as the foundation of your creator business, the part most people skip, but the part that makes everything in the end so much easier for you. By the time you finish these lessons, you will have clarity, direction, and a simple system that helps you create without feeling overwhelmed. Now, here's what we're going to build together. Okay. Inside of this mini course, we're going to start with understanding what a digital ecosystem is. That's the heartbeat of your entire creator business. You will then take your customer avatar quiz so that way you can get crystal clear on who you're building this thing for. And after that, we'll walk through the three core steps: choosing your playground, pinpointing your profitable problem, and crafting your signature offer. Then we'll dive into content and community, as well as how you can go about your 7-day build plan. Now, everything here is what matters, right? It allows you to get clarity on your message, your path, your income, your offer. When you understand the foundation, your content really becomes easier, your community becomes clearer, and your business finally feels like it has some direction. And once you have that form of clarity, implementation becomes very simple, whether that's inside of the academy or through the 7-day build plan you will get to create at the end of this course. Now, let's talk a little bit about what a digital ecosystem actually is, right? Your ecosystem is your world of business. That's the world your business lives in. It's your home base. It's your content flow. It's your community. And it's the path people follow as they move through your space with you, right? When those pieces work together, your business stops feeling like it's scattered and finally starts feeling like there's a system in place. Everything flows so much smoother. When your business pieces don't connect, your content, your offer, your audience, and everything feels harder than what it needs to be. But when everything points back to one home base, your business becomes simple, intentional, and predictable. This is how creators start seeing consistent growth instead of constant chaos. Now, before building an ecosystem, most creators are juggling with too many ideas, right? Posting without direction and living in like a burnout state, that burnout energy that we don't like to do around here. But after building an ecosystem, everything gets calmer for you. You get one simple path, one system supporting you, and a business that finally feels like it's manageable. It's the clarity you've been really needing to move forward in your business. Now, creators don't stay stuck, right? Because they're not talented. They stay stuck because their content, offer, and audience aren't connected. They're doing everything on every platform with no system behind it. And because they're building on rented land, social media, one algorithm shift can blow your whole world up. It can undo months of work that you put into. This is why consistency feels impossible when you're going that route. The foundation isn't there. That's just plain and simple. Now, creators waste so much time creating content with no system in place, building offers without an audience path for them to follow, and trying to grow communities with no clear purpose. That's why it feels like you're working constantly, but nothing is clicking. It's like you're still looking for that secret sauce. Your ecosystem solves all of this for you because it gives you the structure and a repeatable flow that you can follow. And AI makes this entire process 10 times easier. It helps you plan without feeling overwhelmed. You can create without burning yourself out and stay inconsistent without forcing it. So it doesn't feel forced because AI isn't here to replace you. I mean, it's the assistant that helps your ecosystem run smoothly in the background. So here's your simple 3-step path. So first, we're going to choose your playground. Step 2, pinpoint your profitable problem. And then in step 3, we're going to create your signature offer. These 3 pieces create the foundation for your entire ecosystem. aka your empire. Once they're solid, everything else becomes easier for you. Now that you understand the big picture and have a big picture view, we're going to be moving into step one, choosing your playground. Now, your playground is your home base, is your anchor, is your digital world. It's where everything flows back to. This is where your clarity begins, okay? But before we do that and before we dive into step one, you'll want to take your avatar quiz. The quiz shows you exactly who you're building this thing for, right? Their needs, their desires, and the problem they're already solving, okay? Or they're trying to solve. So once you take the quiz, step one will feel clear and effortless for you. So go ahead and complete that now, and I'll meet you in the next lesson. Hey there, builders, and welcome to step one, choose your playground. Now, this is where your creator business really starts feeling real and like you have some grounded things going on, right? So your playground is your digital home base, the place where your business actually lives. So once you choose this intentionally, everything else becomes clear. I mean, your content, your offers, your community, and your entire ecosystem all falls in line. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is the difference between a playground and a platform. And sometimes you might hear me use these words interchangeably just in conversation. So if I'm like, oh, you're on the YouTube platform or you're on the Skool or Circle platform, I'm talking about the software in and of itself. But within building out your digital ecosystem, the playground versus the platform has two different situations, two different use cases. So what makes it different is that your playground is your home base. That's where you do the most of your playing, right? You're planning, you're launching, you're amplifying, and you're collecting the yields, right? You're doing your play, all right? So think about the playground as the centralized hub. Now, the platform is where the people discover you from, okay? If you're behind closed doors or if you're isolated in your fenced-in playground, nobody can see you in there. It's like you're in the clubhouse. Now, your platform is you going outside the clubhouse and going to announce to the world your message and where they can meet you at, back at the playground, right? So that's kind of the methodology in regards to the playground and the platform. So when creators confuse these two, they end up scattered. They end up trying to be everywhere, where your playground is the anchor and your platform is where you're standing on stage announcing your message out and inviting those individuals back into your playground, right? So why you need one home base? You only need one home base. Everything you do needs to drive everybody to the home base, okay? If you try to build in multiple places, everything becomes chaotic, right? Your energy is drained, your message is diluted, and your audience is like, where do I go? Right? Do I go to Instagram? Do I go to YouTube? Do I find this person on Pinterest? Like, where is this person spending the most of their time? But when you choose one home base, just one, something powerful happens. You instantly get clarity because you know no matter what you're doing, you're driving everyone back to the home base. That's it. That's all. Everybody needs to be going to the home base, the clubhouse. They need to be going there. You instantly get direction because you know everybody's going to the playground. So if you're on Etsy or Creative Fabrica or Creative Market and you're selling digital products there, if you're on Gumroad, if you're doing Stand Store, if you're doing any of those things, beacons, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs to be driven to the playground. And it becomes very clear when you have one home base because you know all of your products at the end of those digital products, if they're ebooks or receipts or whatever, you're inviting the people to the playground, and you start being more consistent. Okay. And that everything starts becoming so much simpler when you're driving in that fashion. Now, where playground and platform fits in, okay? How this works in the whole entire ecosystem, because this is just a part of it. It's not the whole thing, but it is the drivers. So say, for example, Skool. Skool is my playground. It holds everything. My digital classroom, my community. I mean, Skool is up to your imagination at this point, because there's so many things that you can do when you have a home base. And Skool is my home base. Now, so far as a platform is anywhere you can get your message out that you can enjoy, where people can discover you on a consistent basis. Me personally, I chose YouTube because the majority of my community and the members in my community, and possibly you who are watching this training right now, found me originally on YouTube. And that's why I chose YouTube, because YouTube was more of a warmer market for me than any other platform. Your platform might be Facebook. You might be jumping over there on Facebook. You might have a large, warm audience on Facebook that you can filter to your playground, right? So Facebook would be your stage, your platform, right? So they work together in tandem to become to your home base, right? So that's how they work together. But only one home. You only have one home. You don't own multiple homes in the digital ecosystem. Only one house. You can't buy multiple houses here, right? Everything goes to one house. All right. Now you might have multiple boats, yachts, but all those yachts is leading right to one house, one big mini mansion, right? So that's kind of how I want you guys to think of that. Now, why Skool is the best playground to have? Well, I don't know if you understand the concept of this, guys, but for most creators inside She Builds with AI, I mean, schools end up being the best playground for you. First of all, you're already in She Builds with AI. You already are inside of the platform. You see how simple it is. And plus, by the members being in my community, they can see the different ways I use it. They might not understand how am I doing it, but apparently I know how to do it because I am doing it. And that's why they go to the academy, because they're like, hey, I need the behind really in depth to be able to make this do what I needed to do so far as my playground is concerned. But it puts your community, your digital classroom, and your members at ship what system you're like. If you want to keep track of your list, I mean, you could do all of that in Skool because they allow you to export the members. I mean, you have email addresses. I mean, there's so much data, and it's constantly getting better with data. I mean, their analytics just updated not too long ago, and I mean, it is bomb.com. So, I mean, all of these things can be in one place. You can talk to your community, you can gather information, you can share information, you can teach, you can sell, you can do all of these things within one place, and you won't have to worry about paying for multiple softwares or logging into multiple places trying to make everything talk to one another with zaps and makes, okay, with scenarios and things like that, which means less tech, okay? Less stress and more flow, right? But ultimately, your playground should be the platform that feels the most simplest to you. And in my case, Skool is the simplest I found, and I am a techie at heart, right? I try all the softwares, okay? So to me, Skool is the simplest way to be able to do multiple things in one location. So you're not spreading yourself too thin, and you don't have to worry about so much tech. Okay. So that's the big draw right there, right? So how your playground shapes your content flow. All right. So let's talk about this a little bit, because when your playground is chosen, your entire strategy changes. Okay. Your content finally has a job to do, right? It's guiding people to the playground. See, now you're not thinking about, oh, I got to make content for this digital product over here, and oh, I got to make content for this lead magnet over here. No, everything needs to go. All your content and everything that you're creating, even down to the digital products or the receipts to those digital products, if you're on Etsy and things like that, are leading people back to the playground. Your flow becomes simple and predictable, and it relieves the stress on your head. Your content leads to your playground, which in my case is the community, which inside of there are the offers, are the digital products, are the thing. So as long as you're getting people into your playground, you can always sell the thing, right? You can always sell the digital product once you get them to the playground, and then you can give them all the toys to play with, right? So that's how you think about it. So visualizing your flow, I kind of want to show you what mines look like. I mean, all the roads lead to my playground. Okay. It just is. Okay. Simple guided journey. No more scattered thoughts for D, no more scattered content, because everything I create, especially moving forward since I did my 2026 annual planning, I am so focused on momentum. Okay. Momentum. And momentum does not come from perfection. Okay. It comes from simplicity. And the simpler we can do things, the faster it will go. A lot of creators are stuck because things aren't moving fast enough for them. So therefore, they start doing all the things, making themselves go slower and slower. Because just think about it. Think of it like a wagon. The more stuff you put on the wagon, the harder it is for the horses to pull the wagon. The harder it would be for the horse to build up momentum to go fast. You cannot expect that horse to go extra fast and get you where you need to be to the next town if you keep putting loads on the horse's back. Okay. When you take off those loads and you only put one thing on the horse's back, the horse can go faster. Same thing with your business. Okay. Instead of posting everywhere without any kind of strategic direction going on, everything you create gently guides people back to one place and one place only, your playground. Your audience will finally know where to go, how to follow you, and how to work with you all in one place. So you don't have to be scattered brained and scattered mind. And this is kind of what my flow looks like in regards to mapping people to my playground. So fast start setup tips for you. Okay, this is for you. Start with the simplest platform. Okay, it doesn't have to be Skool if this Skool is not simple for you. When you're setting up your playground, start extra simple. Choose the place that feels easiest to you. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about what your guru on YouTube is talking about. Go to the place that feels easy for you. Create a welcome note, a welcome email, a welcome post. Depends on where that place is, but just welcome the new members in. Set your promise. This is what you get here. This is the things that I post. This is the things that I deliver. These are the things I'm willing to give you. There's so many different ways you can do Etsy or Creative Market or Creative Fabrica in the same way. Okay. You can do it. It's just about the creativity you got. Okay. And if you're doing a community, add one starter room. Sometimes you can start your community without a classroom even in it, especially in school. You can turn the classroom off and just talk to your people before you open up a classroom to see what you even want it to be about. You can do that. But understand, done is better than perfect here, okay? Especially in step one. We're making the decisions. And that brings me to your decision moment, okay? Because it's time for you to choose a playground. This is where your digital world is going to live, which will shape, everything moving forward, Okay, you want it to be simple, you want it to be calm, and you want it to be sustainable for you. So once you commit to your playground, everything else in your business will become easier because this will be your anchor. This is where your anchor will be located. And you should not move on to step two until you have decided where your playground is going to be. Okay, so what's next? So after you've chosen your playground, like I said, we're moving on to step two, which is pinpointing your profitable problem. This is where we get clear on real problems your person already is trying to solve. So your content and your offers align perfectly with this person. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you haven't done the customer avatar analysis, go back and do it now. Okay, go and do it now, because this is why the customer avatar analysis was done prior to us even getting to this step, because this is going to make your life so much simpler. Well, I'll see you in step two. Hey, builder, and welcome to step two, pinpoint your profitable problem. Now that you've chosen your playground, it's time to get crystal clear on who it is that you're helping and what problem it is that you want to help them solve. Now, this step is the foundation of your community, your content, and your signature offer. When you know your person and their problem, everything becomes a piece of cake for you. Now, let's talk about what a profitable problem really is. Okay, it's something that your person feels that they talk about and that they actively want solved. It's not vague and it's not optional. It's something that matters to them right now. And it can be as simple as, I need a dress for a wedding right now. Like, it's last minute, I need a dress. And that's not a negative problem. Is a positive problem, but it's a problem no less. And like I say, problems can be both negative and positive. It's what the customer wants right in this moment. If a problem isn't urgent for the customer, or if it's not emotional, it won't convert. So it needs to be something there that they want immediately. And if we keep it simple, we keep it specific, and we keep the problem real. And this should not be a problem for you if you've completed your customer avatar quiz. That way you have your analysis ready at the touch of a button. Now, a profitable problem formula is a mix of three things. It's having a clear person, which you should have, a real struggle, which is in your detailed analysis, and a simple outcome that they want right now, which is also in the analysis if you took the quiz. That's why it's very important at this stage to have your customer avatar analysis at the ready. Now, this formula helps you avoid vague problems, and it allows you to focus on one thing that your person is actively trying to fix right now. It might give you multiple things in your analysis. However, you can focus on the one thing they need fixed right now, because we can always add later. Now, identifying your perfect person. To find your profitable problem, you first need to know the person, which, if you did the customer analysis, you have that. Okay, so if you did the customer avatar quiz, you have the analysis. So who do you naturally understand? And this is all in the quiz. So if you have not taken the quiz, I cannot stress this highly enough to go back and take the quiz. It tells you what stage they're in right now, beginner, if they're restarting, if they're ready to grow, and what do they struggle with daily that you know how to fix, right? Kind of like my avatar. If you're here in the community and you're watching this video, you are my person. I naturally know what it is that's going on because I was there. I overcame those same things, and I'm still overcoming things in my journey. And as you walk along this journey, I'm going to be able to pinpoint and tell you, look out, it's a snake over there. Don't do that. Or, hey, go this way because I went that way and this is what happened. So we're able to be the guide, right? Because we've been there and done that. And you get to know what they're struggling with, and you know how to fix it. Same as me. So once you've chosen one person, and think of this as a person, your customer avatar is a single human being, right? My customer avatar has a name, okay? She has a name. All right. Yours should have a name too. And your messaging becomes easy because you're always speaking to that avatar on that paper. You're not speaking to everybody else. Keep it very simple for yourself. Look at that paper, look at that avatar analysis sheet, and talk directly to the sheet like it's just one person, because multiple people out in the world are that one person. So just keep it like you're talking to that one person all the time, and you will find out more people will gravitate towards you and come. So surface problems versus real problems. Most people think the surface problem is the issue, like I need more followers. But let's be honest, the real problem is almost always deeper than that. Okay. If they need more followers, it's deeper. That's why they say ask 3 questions, go 3 levels deep. Why you want that? Why is that? Why is that? Because you're peeling back the onion, right? So if a person say I need more followers, what are they really saying? Okay. What are they really saying that they're not saying verbally? A lack of clarity, no system, no offer, or are they in constant overwhelm? Like when you start understanding their real struggle, you're instantly standing out, right, from other creators because you're speaking to what's unsaid, should I say, right? So if a person came to me and said, D, how do I start a Skool community? Right? That's not really what they asking. They're asking a deeper question than how can I start a Skool community? It's like, how do I grow the community? How do I get followers in the community? How do I set up the classroom in the community? It's deeper than just how to start it, right? So the same things. So if somebody is asking, how do I start a Skool community? And I'm telling them how to get followers or how to get people to join their community, they're going to be like, that's my person, because I'm answering questions that they only had in their head. They didn't actually say it out loud. Right? So it's like oh my God, she's reading my mind type of situation, right? So that is the difference between like the surface kind of problems versus like real problems per se. Okay, so let me move the mic here. So let's talk about it for a second. Creating your community promise. Let's talk about that. Now, your community needs a clear promise, okay? And this is your playground, right? Your playground, all right? In my case, it is a community. And then for most of my followers and my members in this community, it's a community for them too. Whether that's a Facebook group, whether it's on Circle, is a community of people because they're trying to build relationships. They want to build real relationships with people. And when you want to be real and get real personable with people, that the word is community, right? That's what it is, right? So you need to have a clear promise around that community. The transformation is built around. So like, say, for instance, in my case with the academy isn't necessarily more training. You're going to get the training here, right here, that you're getting right now for free in Builders. The academy is about implementation. It's about implementation and accountability for doing the thing, right? It's like, okay, now that I know I have the knowledge in my head, at this point in the academy, the transformation is D is about to see to it that it gets done, because now we're about to do it and we're going to do it together, and you're not alone. And you have those questions. You have somebody to answer those questions for you right on the spot. So that's what it's about. Transformation. You need to be clear on what it is that you're going to be offering the people that your transformation is built around. This promise comes directly from the problem that you solve. And a lot of my people are overwhelmed. They're not clear. They know they want the business, but it's like they feel like they're all over the place and they feel like they're not going anywhere. And that's because it's just a lack of system and a lack of accountability. So once they can start getting the systems and be like, hey, I'm doing it, and got somebody to keep them on track, on focus on what they need to be focused on, then they see results. Right? And that is the academy for me. What is that for you? Okay? Because it tells people exactly who the space is for when you have your promise. She builds with AI. Okay. On the about page, it tells them, hey, you got some freebies in here that's going to help you. We do some tips, D coming through with the tips. I'm coming through with the mini course training for you, so that way you can map your path. Like, what does that look like for your people? Your playground becomes purposeful. It becomes the purpose why people are there, why they want to come there, not just a place to post, right? So how this drives your signature offer. Okay. Now understand, nobody's telling you have to have a 3 or 4 tier value ladder in place. No, if your value right now is, I love making patterns for people, filter everybody to the hub and give away some patterns, do a contest, to the free, to the people who do, like, who engage the most in the community on the leadership board. Y'all get 3 new patterns a month for the top leader or whatever it is. It's like I said, in Skool, you're able to do this, right? So I'm using these examples based off of the platform that I use and that I know very intimately, which is Skool. You can do this, right? And it gives, like I said, you're limited by the creativity level. There's so many things you can do. And this is the things we talk about in the academy. So your signature offer becomes the solution to the problem, right? And sometimes you might know a problem, but you don't necessarily have a solution in place, but you can still filter the people into your playground and find out what they want and then give them what they want. That's going to help them. Okay. So when the problem is clear, the offer practically builds itself. It builds itself because you're going to solve the problem that they're telling you that they have. So then you can make the product. This is how you avoid creating random digital products that don't sell. And I had a problem with this where I'll do all this training, all these different things, and they don't sell because I did not take the time to really sit back and find out what the people want. Now, I do know a lot of people want to know what I do, my journey. How do I do it? And that's what my trainings are about. My trainings are about, this is what I do. This is how I came to this conclusion. And this helped me stop being overwhelmed and scatterbrained. And it allowed me to focus and build momentum around my business. Okay. So before you lock into your profitable problem, do a quick validation check. Okay. People like validate the idea. There's tons of ways to validate. My pro members had their 3 for 5 and 3 for 7, they're 3 for 5 and 5 for 7. They had those, right? Or they 5 for 5, and then 5 for 7. So anyway, there's more than that you can do to validate. Okay. So here's ways you can validate your profitable problem, right? Are other people actively talking about it? Are you able to go into other communities, groups? Is there other places online where you see people talking about this thing? Are people in Reddit talking about it? If it's being talked about anywhere on the net, okay? Then other creators selling solutions. Do you see other people selling stuff around this type of topic? That's a validation check. And most importantly, would you enjoy solving this over and over and over again? Like me, I enjoy solving it over and over and over again. I love the beginner realm. I love making everything be clear for people, and I can do it over and over and over again. I even purposely do messy, even though I can do better. I do messy and I do it over and over again to show and prove that you can do it messy. You can fail forward. Okay. Just because you've moved up in the ranks doesn't mean you have to necessarily change. I do things for a purpose and strategically. So if you've answered yes to any one of those validation checks, you're good to move forward. Okay, you're good to move on with that. So now it's time to make a decision. Now it's time to decide who is your one person, which you should know and have that all dialed in if you took the customer avatar quiz. And what is the one problem in that analysis that you are ready to solve for them? Like, hey, I can talk about this all day. Highlight that thing, right? Keep it simple, keep it real. And then this would be the foundation of your community of your content, and of your signature offer. Okay. So I want you to know that that's what it is. So what's next on the list? Step 3. So now that you've identified your profitable problem, and you don't move forward to step 3 until you do, we'll then move into step 3, and that's where the crafting of your signature offer takes place. Now, this is where we take the problem you identify from your customer avatar quiz, and we build the solution for that person. Okay, for that person, you're on your analysis, and we do that what they're searching for. Okay, so I will see you in step 3. Hey, welcome to step 3, builder, craft your signature offer. Now, this is where all your clarity turns into something real, tangible, and sellable. Your signature offer is the anchor of your ecosystem. It solves one clear problem for one clear person, which is your customer avatar, and in a way that feels aligned with your own strengths. Now, this is what ties the playground, your content, and everything that goes into your community together. So, what makes a signature offer? I'm going to let you know it does not need to be the top tier of your value ladder. That's not what it is. The signature offer solves the problem. Okay, that's all it is. A signature offer offers a solution one clear problem. It solves it, and it solves it for one clear person through a very simple and repeatable path. Now, that's the key. Simple and repeatable path. It's something that feels aligned with your own strengths and becomes the anchor of your entire ecosystem. Now, this isn't about building something huge or complicated. It's about building something effective. And effective, like I said before, momentum is not built by perfection. It's built off of simplicity. That's what builds momentum. And the 3 easiest beginner offers are these here. And this is what I recommend. It could be a workshop, like a low pressure, high value, fast to create. It could be even a mini course like this one. This is like a real short mini course, couple of short videos, and it's a step-by-step training that leads to a clear win for my people, right? And then you could do the same for your people. Or it could be a digital kit or a template. We're talking toolkits, patterns, these that come in digital format that's easy to deliver. It's fast to build, solves one focused problem real quick, and delivery is seamless, right? These give you low stress ways to start selling things faster. And in order to sell, people need to know, like, and trust you. So it needs to be of value. And value is subjective, right? It needs to be of value to your customer avatar, right? These lessons that I'm giving in She Builds with AI might not be valuable to somebody that is a developer and that knows all the things. Yes, this is not of value to that person, but this training in this community is of value to my person. All right? Is not for everyone, right? And you have to know your business is not for everyone either. Okay? So match your person to the problem to the promise. So your person has a problem that needs solved. Your offer is the promise that solves it. Very simple. I'm going to repeat that. Your person has a problem. That problem could be, I need a dress right now. Your offer, you have a bridal shop that has a dress and you're doing a sale. That's the solution to that problem, right? So they can get the dress quickly and at a discount. If the person, problem, and promise does not match, the offer won't move. It won't go nowhere. It won't walk an inch. Okay. This alignment is what makes selling feel natural instead of overwhelming, because you're not forcing it, because the person has a problem and your offer is the promise that solves it, period. Okay. Now, what your offer must include, for your offer to sell, it needs 4 things. It needs a clear outcome someone can point to and say, yes, I want that. It needs to be a simple path or method. Say, for example, like my playground, my digital ecosystem supports this, right? Training needs to be a simple path, a container like your workshop, your mini course, your kit, and a price that matches how urgent the problem is. We don't price on how fast we created something. We price based off the transformation the person is going to receive. So if something took me 30 minutes to make, but it's going to save a person 6 months, that's not a $9 product, okay? People might think, oh, well, it only took me 10 minutes to make it. I'm only going to charge $10, a dollar a minute. No, not when it's saving someone a half a year of time, right? So it's based off the transformation. This keeps your offer simple while still being powerful. Okay, so make sure your offer has those 4 things. Okay, now designing a simple, repeatable path. All right, now part of this signature offer is having this. It has to be repeatable and it needs to be a path. And that path, most people call the customer journey. It needs to be a repeatable path that they can follow, that you can repeat over and over again. So that way, you know the result at the end of that. A great offer has a simple, repeatable path, usually 3 to 5 steps. You do this, then you do this, then you do this. It can be as simple as the downloading of a pattern. Okay, don't think you got to have a course or this big thing to have a repeatable path. See, this is where the mind plays tricks on us, right? Say, for example, you're selling a toolkit, but there is a path to that toolkit. You make the video on your platform, or you do the post on your platform, or you stand on your stage, whatever your platform you chose, and you make the announcement. The path is somebody sees the announcement, they could go over to your playground. In your playground is the toolkit, the pattern, or something. That's step 1. Step 2 and step 3, right? You heard it, you click, you get into the community or the playground, and you see the thing, you interact with the thing, and you purchase the thing. Those are all steps, and that is what the repeatable path is. So every time you post a Pinterest pin, the path is somebody clicks my pin. What do you want them to do after the pin? Go to the hub. Go to the clubhouse, the playground, go to the main hub. Now they're in the hub. And now once they're in the hub, the next step is for them to get the toolkit, the pattern, the thing, right? So that's 3 steps. Okay. So don't overcomplicate this. It's very simple. Each step moves the person closer to the outcome they want. And they want the outcome that's in the toolkit. And then inside the toolkit, there are steps. It might be a toolkit that got 5 different things inside this toolkit. Well, do a read now. First thing you're going to want to do is read this ebook in the toolkit. The second thing you're going to want to do is go into the template in the toolkit. Third thing you want to do is customize the template. Like, there are steps to this, right? It's steps all along the journey. Now, when the path is simple, it's easy to create, easy to teach, and easy for your audience to follow, all right? Very simple concept that people tend to overcomplicate. And using AI to build your offer outline, to build this path for you, makes everything so much simpler. You can turn your problem, your person, and your promise into a full offer outline using AI. It can make modules, it can make lessons, it can make flows, it can make talking points, it can make what you should have in the toolkit. It can do it in seconds, right? And this is why she builds with AI, because I build with AI. Okay, AI assists me. That is my assistant. I outsource my AI software. That's my outsourcing, okay? You hear people talking about get a team. Outsource. Yeah, I outsource to my AI agents, okay? That is what I do. This removes the I don't know where to start spiral and helps you get moving quickly. Because when you don't know, you jump into the AI. Now, your signature offer checklist. Before you finalize your offer, make sure it checks these boxes like 1 problem, 1 person, which is your customer avatar from the analysis, right? 1 outcome, 1 simple container, like what's What is it? What is the problem going to be held in? Is it going to be a workshop, a mini course? Is it going to be a toolkit? Is it going to be a pattern? Is it going to be a clip art bundle? What is the package, right? And it has to feel aligned with who you are. It be true to you. If you get to own any business and be an entrepreneur out here in this world, you might as well be you and not try to be the gurus and anybody else. If you get to own your own business and path your own little pocket of the net and carve it out, might as well be all you. If it passes the test, you're ready. One problem, one person, one outcome is packaged into a container. You know if it's a bundle, you know if it's a pattern, if it's a toolkit, you know if it's a course, a workshop, and it's aligned with you, you're good to go. Okay? Now, here is your decision moment. Now it's time for you to choose your signature offer. Like, what format feels good for you? What is the simplest for you? What clear outcome will you deliver with that, right? And does it feel aligned with who you are as a person? Now, this decision shapes the next phase of your whole ecosystem. All of this is a part of it, guys. It's a whole digital ecosystem out here, aka digital empire, okay? Your empire in one pocket of the net, okay? Because all we need is a little key, right? Which should be your playground on the net, all right? So what's next? So next we're going to jump into, after you've decided and defined your signature offer, we're going to move into the content plus community flow, basically your playground flow. This is where we connect your playground, your profitable pro problem, and your offer into like a simple system where everything is run all together. And you can run this every week. This is kind of preparing you for your 7-day build plan, because you can get all of this done within a week, if not sooner. It depends on how much time you have to invest, but full timers can get it done in a day or two, right? If you're just at home or retired, you have all day. So you can actually get it done in like a day or two. For those individuals who work full-time jobs, who have to do this around schedules and kids and family, give yourself a week tops. So that way you're not stressed out, right? And it kind of prepares you for the 7-day build plan. So I do look forward to speaking with you further and seeing you in the content and community flow lesson. Hey, welcome builder to your simple content and community flow. This is basically the wrap up of everything that you've built so far. This is where it all starts to come to life. Your content, your community, and your offer all working together to create a simple, predictable momentum in your business. Now, once you understand this flow, staying consistent becomes easy and less overwhelming for you. So that is the goal here. When we're talking about your content and community flow, we're talking about the things that are happening on your platform. We are talking about a 1, 2, 3 content flow that anchors your entire ecosystem. See, first, you must announce something. You need to teach something. You need to share something. And don't think that teaching is just like workshops and lessons. Say, for instance, if you create a clip art pattern, teaching somebody something is giving them knowledge they did not have before. So you can tell them, hey, look, I created this watercolor clip art set over on my Etsy shop. You're on Facebook or Instagram or whatever on your platform. And you're telling them, hey, this bundle can be used for print on demand, or you can turn these clip art pieces into stickers for your kids. Somebody is like, oh, I didn't even think of that. You taught them something. Okay, that's what I mean by first you teach something simple. Open up their minds, expand the minds of the people that you're trying to attract. Second, show the transformation. Show that the clip art can be turned into stickers. This is how you do that. Now, if you were teaching something, say, for example, actually giving a workshop or a course, you can share like your 5 most popular tips or the 5 tools you found that does this easier for you and saves you time. That's teaching somebody something, right? And then you're showing them the transformation. You're giving them a tutorial. You're giving them a review of the tools or the software. That's the second thing, showing the transformation that's possible with the thing. And third, you invite them over into your playground, right? So that way you could start building know, like, and trust, AKA a relationship with them, so they can get to know that you're a real person and not an AI clone out here on these internet streets. This rhythm keeps your content clear, intentional, and consistent because you're building this for your customer avatar that you created in your analysis. Okay? That's who you're creating this for. Now, why this content flow works. Okay, this flow works because it brings people in, it builds trust, it warms your audience up to you, and it gently guides them to your playground without feeling salesy or forced because you're just sharing information. Just like when you're sharing or referring a hairstylist, you're not feeling like you're selling anything to somebody. You're just telling them, yeah, girl, I like my hair, or I like my lace front, and I got it from Ulta Beauty or whatever, Sephora or whatever them hair stores is called or makeup stores is called. You're not selling, you're just telling. You're just sharing. And when you share what you know, that's all you're doing is sharing. You're not selling. It's not feeling forced. It's coming across natural. And it keeps everything aligned and makes sure weekly content feel easy to create because this is what it's about. You have to get on your platform and shout from your stage, or people will not find you if you do not do that. Okay. So, how the content supports your ecosystem. Content is the entry point. Okay. They can't find your playground if it's fenced in, if you're not out there telling people to come and where it's at. Just like somebody can't find your house that never been there if you don't give them the Addy. You have to give them the address, right? So you need to go out on these internet streets and give the folks the address to your playground so they can come into your ecosystem. It attracts the right people because if you're out there shouting on your platform and you're giving them that Addy and you're letting them know what's in your playground, for those people who don't want to play with you, they're not coming. But for those people who do want to play with you, they're coming to your playground. But this educates them about what's in your playground, what happens, what goes down in your playground. And it builds trust and it warms them up long before they even see the offer because the offer is behind inside the playground. It's behind closed doors. So before they even see the offer, they know what you're about. They like what you're about, or they want to know more about you. So they come into your playground so they can play with you. So your content is the front door to everything you're building. And that's why content is important. And you need to know who you're making the content for. And the content needs to be intentional. It doesn't need to just be random posts and just things that just pop up that you just type in. No, I run every single thing I say through my AI agent. Okay. Everything is intentional. And every move you make in your business should be intentional as well. So how does community support your offer? This is your playground. In my case, and in most people's cases, it is a community type of environment. Okay. So your community is where the transformation is reinforced. So now you educated them, you announced something out on your platform in the ether. They came over into your playground. Now they're inside, and this is where you reinforce the transformation. Hey, this is what you get here. Is what turns interest into investment. So now that you get this, hey, if you upgrade, you get XYZ. Now your playground gives your offer a home. It gives it a place to sit, a place where you can repeatedly get the message out. If you're running a sale, if you have a new promotion, or if you got a new product that you created, it's an easy way to announce it to people when you already have an audience to announce it to. So people feel supported in a community environment. They feel like, hey, you're giving them something of value. They feel seen because, of course, not a lot of people, they see you on a YouTube and things like that. But hey, it's like, wow, when they can actually talk to you in real life and they feel like they're guided. They're just not like, oh, I bought this thing and nobody's here to help me when I get stuck. And that's what I love about community. It's like, hey, if somebody purchased my digital product from my community, they can actually talk to me, right? Instead of them just buying a thing and they're left to like, oh my God, I can't even talk to nobody, right? And that's what helps them step to the next level with you, okay? And that's what make people want to do business with you. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, especially when it comes down to their hard-earned money. Now, why community creates consistency? Because when you have a community, consistency becomes like easier because your audience has a place to land all the time. They have a place to not only connect with you, but to connect with one another and network, right? They get to learn from one another. They get to learn from you. They get to grow. Everybody get to grow together. It's fun when you're walking a journey with someone. It's boring when you're walking it by yourself. And your playground becomes a predictable rhythm that they can rely on. All right. They know when you're going to show up. They know that you're in there. They know that they're seen. And that creates a long-term type of trust, not just a one-hitter quitter. That creates a real sustainable type of business. Now, using AI to stay consistent helps a lot. Okay. It can help you stay consistent without you burning out, thinking of like, oh, what am I going to post about next or what to say next? You know, I got all these ideas. How do I know they're in order? How do I know that I'm not just rambling, right? It plans your content for you. It can help you in that way. It helps you batch ideas. It keeps everything aligned with your brand, with your message. It helps support you even on your busiest day, right? So AI lets you show up without constantly starting from zero all the time or from a blank screen or blank mind all the time. So you can show up and show out like you need to be and like you can. It's in you to do it. It's just the energy level. And because we are human beings, we're not robots. We're not the Energizer Bunny. We can't keep going and going. Okay. So we need some assistance. And that's where AI comes in. Now, bringing everything together. Here's how it all fits. Your content is what brings people in because you're putting that content out on the platform. The platform then guides the people into your playground. Your playground is the place that holds them. Okay, they're inside now, is holding them there. And your offer transforms them. Okay, so your content brings them in. The content is held on the platform. Your playground holds them, and your offer transforms them. So when these three work together, your business finally has a flow. It has clarity, predictable momentum. Okay? That's what that's all about. So your weekly momentum rhythm is simple. You follow your 1, 2, 3 content flow. You stay present in your playground. You offer gentle reminders about your signature offer. You're not forcing anyone. You're just letting them know, hey, this additional help is there for you. Just like with the academy. If you guys need help implementing this, this is all in the academy for you. It's no force. You're getting it right here. I'm giving it to you right now. But if you need help with the implementation, that's what the academy is for. And then it's repeated that week and every week thereafter, and your business stays in motion constantly because you're putting out that content on your platform to make it happen. Now that you understand, you know, how the content actually works and how the community flow goes, we're moving into the 7-day build plan. Now, this is where you take everything you've learned, your playground, your profitable problem, your signature offer, and this content flow, and you build momentum in just a week. All right. So let's move on to the final step. I'll see you in the 7-day build plan. Hey, builder, this is the final step. And before we dive in, I want to invite you, if you haven't done so already, to jump on my calendar and get your free 7-day build out plan. I can give you a customized plan based exactly on what you do within 15 to 20 minutes. So that is offered to you for free. You can definitely take advantage of that. You can click the link to have your build plan built out for you below. But welcome to clarity to implementation. Now, so far in the previous videos, you've built your full foundation, your playground, your profitable problem, and your signature offer. That was the first 3 steps of the entire ecosystem. Now, this final lesson shows you how to take what you've learned and move into simple, confident implementation. So small steps lead to real momentum. And I'm going to walk you through exactly where to go next. Okay. So the 3 steps you just learned are the foundation to the digital ecosystem. Inside of my full 9 step roadmap, you build out every part of your content system, your community rhythm, your offer stack, your automation flow, and more. This is what moves you from I understand the steps to I know how to build the whole ecosystem, right? So, what's inside the 9 step roadmap? This full roadmap walks you through all 9 parts of your ecosystem. Now, you've already went through steps 1 through 3. You can do that totally on your own, no, without a shadow of a doubt. Steps 4 through 6, they help you build your content rhythm in the delivery system that you can have in place. And steps 7 through 9 are where you create long-term growth and structure for your digital product empire. Now, this is the full picture. This is how the full picture becomes clear for you. Now, to keep things simple, here's your 7-day action plan. I'm going to give you one, just a general one, but you can get one personalized if you get on a call with me. And again, it is free. So you get to choose your playground. You name your one person. You pick your profitable problem, you outline your signature offer, and you start practicing the 1, 2, 3 content flow. Small steps, zero pressure, just consistent forward movement. Now, that can be what you can do over the next 7 days on your own. Why a 7-day works? Because it removes overwhelm. It gives you the clarity and the direction and early wins, which is exactly what you need when you're starting. You need that win because it's going to keep you grounded. It's a momentum builder, not a pressure plan. This is not something that should be rushed at all. It should feel natural. It should feel smooth. You should be in alignment, right? Now, where does the academy fit in to all of this? The academy is where you go from clarity to implementation. This is where we guide you through all 9 steps, okay? Not only myself, but other members who have gone through certain steps help you as well with some steps, right? Because we're a community of individuals, right? So it's not just me, it's other people who have been taught by me that can also help you with these steps. So it gives you the whole ecosystem with templates, AI prompts, systems, and community support. It's built to give you the structure, accountability, and consistent progress, right? All right. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. And that's what we're all about. So what support looks like inside of the academy? Well, you get AI powered tools. Okay. So you have use of my AI agents as I build them, you beta them. I'm telling you, I have 9. I just built another one, Araya. Okay. They all got names and they have specific jobs that they do that I custom built to help you along in this process to where it seems seamless. So, right, bite-sized trainings, we do community coaching, okay, step-by-step support. Everything is designed to be beginner friendly and anti-overwhelm because that's what I don't want. So that way you can build at your own pace with confidence, right? So why the academy helps you move faster. When you have structure, support, and tools doing half the work for you, you move faster. Okay, that's just natural, right? So the academy gives you everything you need so you're not guessing, you're not restarting or building in isolation. Because that can be very lonely when you're trying to build alone, where people don't really understand what you're going through, what it takes, and the things that you're mentally thinking about to make this business work when they're on the outside and they're not into what you are into. So, building in isolation can hurt you. And it's good to be around like minded people who are building the same things. And it allows you to get clarity, you get direction, and a guided path that's going to keep you moving forward so you won't get stagnant and you won't lose your momentum and you won't give up on yourself and your goals. So, when you're ready to build your full ecosystem with support, structure, and a clear step by step path, the academy would be your next step. That is exactly where you want to be. But again, there's no pressure, just an invitation. Okay. If you want to build this with guidance and clarity, I'm ready to help you. I'm here, open arms. You can't say nobody wasn't ready to help you, but can't say nobody ain't helping you because I'm giving you the invitation. It's up to you to accept the invitation, but you have been invited. So your journey begins here. You made it through the entire Creator Foundation mini course, okay? And you've built the full foundation of your ecosystem. This is the foundation of it. You have the play by play. You know your playground, you know your person, you know your problem, you know your offer, and you know your flow. Now it's time to build at your pace. And whenever you're ready for support, the Academy is here to walk with you. So your journey starts right here. Good luck, much love, and success always. And I look forward to seeing you in the community.